That year, a terrible epidemic struck the city, and many people died. Jeff's wife succumbed to the illness, leaving him alone with their sick son, Thomas. Thomas was bedridden, and no medicine or doctors could help him. Jeff desperately tried to find a cure, but all was in vain. He couldn't bear the thought of losing his son as he had lost his wife. One day, while helping an old woman carry a heavy basket, Jeff told her his sad story. The old woman listened attentively, and then told him about the river of healing, which could cure Thomas. However, the journey to the river was long and difficult, and he would have to take his son with him. Although Jeff didn't believe in such tales, he had no other choice. Returning home, he devised and built a special cart for Thomas, lifted his son, and set out on their journey. Their path was long and exhausting. They crossed mountains and dense forests, encountered wild animals, and overcame natural obstacles. But Jeff never gave up. He was willing to do anything to save his son. Finally, they reached a clearing where a small stream flowed. There was nothing to indicate that this was the river of healing, but Jeff had no strength to go further. He decided that this must be the river of healing. The water in the stream was icy, but Jeff knew he had to submerge Thomas completely. He took his son in his arms and slowly lowered him into the water. Thomas cried out from the cold and began to cry, but Jeff knew he had to see it through. He held his son in the water, then lifted him out. He hoped that Thomas would immediately stand up and run, but that didn't happen. Disappointed, Jeff placed his son back in the cart and began the journey home. The road was long and arduous, but as they neared home, Jeff began to notice that something was happening to Thomas. At first, his son started moving more. Then he began making strange sounds. Soon he began to speak, conversing with his father. Jeff couldn't believe his ears, but Thomas was getting better and better. By the time they approached home, Thomas was holding his father's hand and walking beside him. Jeff walked with tears in his eyes, unable to believe the miracle that had occurred. Thomas was healed, and it was a true miracle.